Hello everybody, welcome back to Let's Play Kingdom Hearts. We're here talking to Sid, and today we are going to be redoing our Gummi Ship. And then this will be very exciting. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and buy one of these engines, because only having 3 engines is kind of like a uneven number, so I'm gonna go with get up to 4, and it's only 120, so that's really not very much. Some of these can be a lot. Mid-power, mid-size engine. I'm trying to remember what that looks like, but I don't remember. We actually already have one though, so we're okay for that. You don't really want to buy these Protect Gs because you typically have quite a lot of them, so no worries about that. Actually, I do want this Haste G, even though it's really expensive. Trust me, it's worth it. The shield, that doesn't really matter. I mean, that'll be cool, I guess, but it doesn't really matter. Okay, yeah, I'll also buy another small cannon. These mid-sized ones are not so good, so don't freak out. Lasers are okay, actually, but I don't see any reason to get a bigger laser. It's not like with cannons, but okay, we'll buy one more laser. Yeah, I typically end up spending all of my money on Gummi parts, because the only other thing you'd spend money on is, like, potions, and we already have Cure Magic, so whatever. System assembly area. Alright, we'll buy these blueprints. We could get this system, that just like increases the space in which you can build your Gummi Ship, but that's no big deal, it doesn't matter. Okay, so we bought all our stuff. We spent like over 2,000 money that we haven't spent money on like anything this far in the game, and then we just blow it all on the freaking Gummi Ship. But what you gonna do? This is actually one of the more fun parts of the game, I think. A lot of people don't like the whole Gummi Ship system, but I think it's kind of fun. Okay, so here's the deal. When you build a Gummi Ship, there are 2 parts that you absolutely must have in order to fly it. You need a cockpit, and so we have 2 kinds of cockpits here. We have this one. You see over on the left is where the parts are, and then if we push X, or A as I'll probably call it, then we can put that into the workspace, which is what's in the center. So we have this one, and this one. So see on the top it says this one enhances recovery items a bit. This one says enhances recovery items. So this one's actually better, so we'll go with this one. Now, since we bought the spray, we can go ahead and push square, and then we can spray it a certain color. So I don't have any kind of color scheme in mind, so we'll just go with, you know, a nice red. Okay, ta-da! Alright, there, that's there. Okay, now we'll add the engine in a little bit. What I usually like to do is pad around the cockpit with these blocks, because it can look kind of cool. And it looks kind of weird to just have like a plain cockpit. Okay, so there are 3 types of these just normal blocks. There's this one, which is, as you see at the top, this is like reduces damage by a bit, the next kind reduces damage, and the next kind reduces damage by a lot. I typically like to use the one that says reduces damage by just a bit, because it doesn't have that weird design on it. Like, that one looks really weird. I could stand this one, but the thing is, they kind of overplay how much that matters, because if you put enough of these, it's just the same as putting a few of these, and you'll probably put enough of these anyway. There are some other shapes you can use, depending on if you have them, if you've picked them up. We've probably picked up all of these, you know, you pick them up while you're flying your Gummi Ship, but also from monsters and stuff, I think. But see, we have like a triangle, we have like another kind of triangle, we have a cylinder, a kind of a corner cylinder, that thing, it's like a hat, and then we're into the other tier, I guess you could say. Okay, anyway, let's go ahead and pad around with these so it looks somewhat normal. Now, something to keep in mind, you're going to be seeing the ship actually from the back. So what it looks like from the front really doesn't really matter, because when you're flying it, you look at it from the back, and it's not like any... I mean, this is all for our own enjoyment, so, you know, whatever, just something to keep in mind. Okay, so what you might do is see this like awkward sort of angle going on here, because this is square and the cockpit is round. Well, that's when you might go and do like that corner cylinder thing that we had. Yeah. So we take one of these and we rotate that. which is a little difficult to get, but you'll get it eventually. And then we put that on, and then it looks all nice and it's sleek, and everything is good. Though it, of course, is not going to matter because we're going to be viewing it like that. So if you're in building mode and you push R2, then you can actually simulate what it's going to be like to be flying this ship. And if you push square, then you get all these stats, which will tell you the speed rating, which changes by how many engines you have, whether it has a shield, whether it can transform, which we can't do yet, whether it's flyable, and flyable is if you have an engine and a cockpit, and then that'll change to yes. It'll tell you how many blocks you have, your armor rating, I don't know if I already said that. It can tell you if it'll warp, but they'll all warp, so that's kind of a stupid question. Okay. Our shield level is actually kind of low. So one of the things that you could do is take one of these, spray it some color. Oh my god, that looks so stupid. Oh, you can do some, whatever. Yeah, see, that's why I don't like using the these other blocks. But you could also pat around with these in the front like this, because those will help protect from damage kind of more than the normal ones. And then what you do is you, in front of those, which really means behind those, you pat out with whatever, you know, normal blocks you want. And then from the back, it looks, you know, pretty normal. But from over here, from the front, it would look weird. But since we only see it from the back, it doesn't really matter. Okay, well, whatever. That's enough of that. What's our shield rating? Let's push square. It's 2 stars. Okay, we might add some more blocks, but it's not a big deal. It's not like it really matters a whole lot. Okay, we can add some engines now. So we can just add 4 across the bottom. Pretty simple. And do we have yeah, this mid yeah. Okay, this will look nice. You can't attach more engine gummies. You need to upgrade the computer. Oh, that's what we need to do. Okay, so there is kind of a limit on how much stuff you can have in on your Gummi ship. So sometimes you'll run into this problem, and you can actually upgrade it by purchasing stuff. But I didn't bother to do that. But you know, it doesn't matter. So I'll just add these here, so it looks kind of, I don't know, symmetrical. Mostly symmetrical. You know, with respect to the x-axis. You know what I'm talking about? Okay, now we can add some other stuff. This enables acceleration. What I usually tend to do with these little things, like this random part here, is I'll just like put it out in front somewhere, or I'll put it like in place of these, so it would go like that, as long as that doesn't change our armor rating. Oh yeah, we're at 3 stars, there you go. Okay, so that looks pretty nice. And I'll show you what that does once we get around to actually flying. This Isuna thing might reveal invisible objects. Well, alright, I'll go ahead and put that there. I hope we're still at 3 stars. Yes, good. It is good. Alright, what else can we do? We already used Isuna. Okay, we can do our cannons now. Now, one of the things to remember is you don't actually have to have things attached in like a logical way, so you could just have your cannons or whatever just fly, you know, way out here doing their own thing in the far corners, and that's fine. It's totally flyable. It just looks really weird. That actually looks kind of cool in my opinion. The only problem with that, oh yeah, if you push A, then it'll like do stuff. The only problem with that is your there's none like in the center, so they sort of aim out. I don't know. That's kind of cool. I'll go ahead and leave that. This mid-sized cannon is really stupid, but we'll go ahead and put it on anyway. We only have 1, so it's going to look stupid and asymmetrical, which I do not like. But we'll just put it over here somewhere, and then we'll put like a laser on the other one, so hopefully it doesn't look too bad. And there's a limit on how many. Yeah, I was wondering. There's a limit on how many weapons you can have too, so don't go too crazy. The way lasers work is you can like lock onto stuff, and yeah, it's actually not as cool as it sounds. Let's move that the cannon. I don't really like how it looks. Let's see, how do we do this? It's gonna take a little bit of getting used to, but I've sort of got accustomed to it. Okay, that's pretty good, and that's pretty much all we need. What you could do is add some wings to increase maneuverability. I don't know if that's really true, but there's this whole wing category, so we can either slightly improves maneuverability, improves maneuverability, maneuverability, and I think there's a greatly improved maneuverability, but whatever. Okay, which one should we take? Well, let's go with these. Okay, so we can just put these on somewhere, like, well, either way, these are kind of longer than we want. Are the other ones shorter? No. Well, whatever, we can just put that there. So yeah, you can get pretty creative, you can make cool stuff. I'm sure there's some cool YouTube video out there of some cool Gummi ship, but you know what, I've never cared enough to look it up. But you could if you want. Okay, so I'm pretty happy with that. It looks a little weird, a little funky, like some weird colors, but it's a lot of red. But maybe we should make the wings a different color, just to sort of have them pop a little bit, you know? Make them like that light blue. I don't really like that blue that much. I can make this darker blue. Okay, we'll go with that. And this one. Okay, that should do nicely. Alright, nothing super awesome, but you know what? I'm pretty happy with that. And mostly the point of doing this is just to give yourself more weapon gummies, so you can just go out there and own everything. And also the haste thing will be useful and all that, so. Zoom. Look at all that stuff we can shoot out. Watch, here, I'll do that again. Whoa. Yeah, and you can also change the, or this just shows you the, what is it, the, controls, and then square will show you flyable, yes. Our speed's really low, and that's because we don't have any better engines. You know, maybe if we took off 2 of the smaller engines and added on that bigger engine, if that would help our speed, I think it'd be worth it if it would. Let's go ahead and give it a try. That looks kind of weird, the blue engine. But yeah, you see, so that looks better. Yeah, okay, up to 2 stars. I'm willing to do that. Now, we still have room for 1 more small engine, and this is where things get weird because this would be asymmetrical and awkward, and ugh, I don't really like that. So, and also, if we attach this, what would probably happen is our speed would not change. It would still be a 2-star thing. Yeah, 2 stars. So, it doesn't really matter. So I'll go ahead and get rid of that. Are we happy with this engine as blue? I think not. I think I'm gonna make it white instead. You know what? I know what you're thinking. You're thinking it freaking doesn't matter. It's freaking Gummi ships, Duncan. Why don't you calm the heck down and just move on with your life? Well, I don't care if it doesn't matter. What does it mean for anything to not matter or matter or whatever? Okay, that's pretty cool. Sort of, I guess, whatever. So push start when you're finished. And we can go, that looks so weird. We can go and save this. Hey, remember YouTube? Remember way back when we raced Riku and we had to decide a name for our ship? Well, see, it says YouTube. There you go. But of course it doesn't matter, because you can just save a new blueprint and save it as a new name. When I first played through the game, I called all of them SS something. That was kind of cool, actually. I don't know what I should name them now. I'll probably only make like 1 or 2 for the entire game, so it doesn't really matter. I know, eventually I just called it SS ABCDEFG because I got tired of thinking of names. Yeah, remember Harvest Moon? You remember back when we were naming stuff in Harvest Moon? What a ball of laughs that was. Let's name ours after that pig. Remember the pig in Harvest Moon named Cereal? That was such a cute little pig. Oink, oink. Okay. And yeah, so if you want to fly this, so you can build a ship but then not fly it if you want. And just, you know, switch between different ships based on your mood that day or whatever. But so if you choose to fly it. Doesn't that look weird with that, like, weird block in the lower left? But whatever, it doesn't matter because we only see it from the back when we're flying it. Okay, we're done. We can exit. Go ahead and leave. Oh, goodness. We're already up to 14 minutes. Well, that was pretty good. I'd like to show you the Gummi ship in this video, but I don't think we have time for that, so you'll just have to wait until the next time when we'll actually move on to the next world. And I haven't even practiced this next world, so I'm actually considering doing it. It wouldn't really be blind because I've played through it but not in a while, so I don't know. But I don't really like the next world. I mean, it's okay. It's an okay world, but it's a little annoying. And I actually distinctly remember getting lost in this world, so I don't think it's a good option for the blind playthrough. Anyway, apparently we can go to 15 minutes and 30 seconds, so we just hit 15 minutes, but it doesn't matter, because we can go until 30 seconds. Okay, so I guess we can just end here with Goofy just jumping about. He's just doing whatever he wants. Alright, go for it, Goofy. Thank you for watching this episode of Let's Play Kingdom Hearts. My name is RedSecant, and I will see y'all next time.